Hello, my beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending what part of the world you are in today. I am so happy and excited that we are here on day six of our 90-day, 30K in 90-day run. So if you guys have already watched the prior 5 days, it's actually been really interesting. So I hope you guys have. If not, um, let me know. I do have a module that I have in the community. It is called the 30K in 90-day Freedom Formula Sprint in RTS, Rise, Thrive with Success. So if you do want to see the other ones, I know that Michelle can make it a lot clearer than I can. I have just done a different summary. Same thing, just a little bit of a different summary. And I have a couple of spreadsheets in there that you could keep track, and you could keep yourself on up to date and get a little bit more information. So if you have not joined us yet, let me know. I will give you the key to be able to go into the module. So it is called the 30K in 90 day, but I do have it locked so I could know who I share the information with. So if you have not watched the other ones and you're still trying to catch up, there is day one, which is the decision. And on the decision, you are going to, I also, let me see, I'm going to pull out here I also do have a spreadsheet. I am the spreadsheet person. I love to keep track of everything. I know a little bit too much, but it is okay. Better more information than too little. So on the decision day, which is started on the 18th, it is for the next 90 days. I am someone who, and then you are going to decide who you are going to become for the following 90 days. As you know, by then you will have a routine, and that's who you will become. So on day two, we have structure equals freedom. So once you have that structure set up and implanted in you, you are going to find freedom, because all you need to do is just learn. It's like with any job. Once you learn, once you train and do things the way that company wants to, it gets easier and faster. So your workflow, that was on day three. So your workflow was the 2 hour workday, how and what it is that you do on those 2 hours. And we went over the 2 hours, and then we also went over 1 hour of training. Of course, we are going to train on one thing until we get really good at it, and then move on to the next. Then on day four, we had ideal customer clarity, to find out who your customer really is, what they're going through, what the solution is, their pain solutions, and how to manage that. That is on day four. Day five, which it was yesterday, the trust economy. What to do to be able to manage and have people trust you. How you're going to show up, and why they are going to connect today. Today, we're going to go with the why you. That is day six. It's about one powerful question. Why should someone choose you? Why should someone choose me? And I'm sorry if I take my glasses and put them on and off, but my eyes are just being weird. So if you can answer that clearly, your audience cannot either. So it is very important for you to know and for you to feel confident as of why your audience should choose you. So especially if there is someone that is looking to work from home, that's what they're going to search. So they're going to fall into that algorithm of people that are talking about work from home. You want to make sure that you're that purple cow or horse, doesn't matter, but you want to make sure that you outstand. So make that brand strong, powerful, and you. As long as you're honest and you put in that energy out there, you will be okay. So an unclear position loses sales. So make sure that you are always very clear. So positioning is not about being better. It's not about having the most experience. It's not about being loudest, the most that who has the most customers. It's about standing clear for your perfect customer. Clarity builds for your perfect customer. Clarity builds trust. Trust builds buyers. And I know it's going to sound coming out of the here right now to with you guys is going to sound a little salesy because I'm using the word buyers and I'm using the word money. I normally don't. I don't like that, especially that I did collections for many, many, many years. You are, if you say the word money, people get offended. So we learn to use different words. And, that's how I used to train people under me that don't use the word money because you say money and people get defensive right away. No, let's not use that. Let's just, there's a lot of ways to go about it. So there's 4 position pillars. One of them is your story. Your story builds connection. Why do you care? Were you overwhelmed? Were you financially stuck? Tired of the hustle? Needing a simple system? People trust people who understand them. So if you are overwhelmed, it's okay for you to share that with them because there's a lot of people out there today that are very, very overwhelmed. Why? Did you guys hear about Microsoft? Microsoft is laying off people because 2 of their board members decided to move on, go somewhere else. Why? Who knows? But that's the story. So, sure, people get overwhelmed by just hearing this. Now you start feeling financially stuck without being financially stuck, and then you get stuck. Mindset. There's a lot of mindset going on. So, pillar number 2, your method. Your method builds clarity. What makes you different? Okay, so what makes us different? We could talk about the 2-hour workday. We could talk about automation. I mean, come on, really. Who wouldn't? That's pretty amazing. If you could go to an office and set everything up on automation and just walk away and leave it run by itself. That's pretty cool. So structure over hustle, the math. All you need is 22 customers. 22 customers at 1,400, figure that out. You are able to do a quick 30K in 90 days. That's 3 months. So, I mean, that's 90 days is a long time. 22 customers is not too bad. Your method is what fires you up. Whatever made you pull out your credit card and bam, that's your method. What convinced you? What triggered for you to take out that payment method and get into the program? So, sorry, pillar number 3, your philosophy. I can't understand this one too much, but your philosophy builds authority. What do you believe in? We know structure creates freedom. Trust builds buyers. Social media is digital real estate. It sure is. I mean, you create content and you can sit there for a very, very long time. You don't need ads to win. You could. I mean, we could grow our YouTube channel by putting in our videos in there, but you don't need to do ads to win. You don't need 10 plus hours a day, which for the most part, that's what we dedicate to somebody else's dream. Most people today. So, pillar number 4, your experience. Your experience builds credibility. You don't need six figures. You don't need 20 years. You don't need millions made. All you need is execution, consistency, a lesson learned, a skill built. So even beginners are powerful because they relate. Beginners are the most powerful and most related to new people that are in challenges and situations. Why? Because they are going through the situation at the moment. And you get that passion. You have that same feeling that they're feeling as you say it. So if you say to someone, "Oh, are you that mom that wants to stay home and raise your kids, but you can't because you have to be at that 9 to 5?" Now, this is something that you're going through. And there's someone out there that is going through the same thing. So when you are told that you are your perfect customer, this is what it's referred to. Your pain is understood out there with to someone that's going through the same thing. Caregivers. Are you trying to keep your mom, your dad at home, not send them to a nursing home or to a adult daycare, but you can't because you have to go to work? You can't keep them home? I mean, there's a lot of things that we could relate to because we have gone through them. So this is who you put out there. This is your content. Sometimes we don't know what content to use, but we can. We have them. So we went over this on I think it was on the structure. No, I think it was on the decision. Ideal customer clarity. Your position formula. I help blank who are struggling with blank achieve blank using blank. So you could use, don't forget clarity, conviction, authority. Don't forget those pillars. So I help caregivers who are struggling with time with their loved one. I help them achieve time back working from home using the 2 hour workday or the freedom blueprint. Could be simple, could be short and sweet. We don't have to create something huge. So when you define who you are, you become that person that you need to them to be for someone to accept your help. If you don't define your position, the market will define it for you and you will get ignored. We don't want that because we have to touch those hearts for those people to let us in. So do not work on that today. Create your position formula and there is a action to take and is putting that formula in the system. I believe there is something else if I am not mistaken. I am just going to pull it out real quick and let's see. And put in the comments, did you see? You could do it here as well, so I could know that you did it. Um, why should someone choose you? Why? Let's get our story together. There is a worksheet that I created with this, and I believe there is another one on the lesson in DGC, but I'm going to put this together. I'm going to link it together with the video and just talks about it has different parts, your story, your method, your philosophy, and your experience. And then your position statement. work on your position statement. You want to make sure that if you're out somewhere and you see someone struggling, you want to make sure that you are able to answer their question. If you're asked, so what do you do? It's like an elevator statement, short and sweet. You don't have to get into details. Short and sweet does it very, very, very well. So, real quick, we not sure what we're gonna have tomorrow. I am also putting this in our Spanish module. So if you are best understanding working it in Spanish, please do go in the community or let me know. Uh, and I will definitely uh, let you into the Spanish module so you can go in and review it. It's 90 days. 90 days is not a lot. We're already on day 6, and it feels like we just started yesterday. So I am doing this extra work for us to all be accountable with each other. So please, let's try and show up and make this happen daily. Blessings to you all. And on Monday, we're going to do a recap on what we have already learned. Okay, and we're actually going to do this every other day. So we're going to do 2 days in a row. This way we don't have to show up every day and we could just, I mean, we should be doing it as they come in, which I am, but when I review with you guys on that one day, we could just review both of them and we should have it all done anyway. So blessings to you all, and I will talk to you guys soon. If you have a question or if there's anything that you need, please do not hesitate on reaching out. You know how to find me. Blessings to you all.